Hi everyone, it's Dee's here. I showed you a while back what's in my refrigerator, so I thought I would take you to the garage and show you what's in my rectangular tucker box freezer. I've been very busy all summer and freezing all our vegetables, so I guess I will show you half of the freezer at one time because it's quite rectangular and wide in shape and I sort of can't fit everything in one shot, so I'm surrounded by engine parts too, so I don't want to particularly show you how messy the garage is. I have a son who is using our garage and he's rebuilding a motor or doing something with his car anyway. So let's start off with this basket here. You can move these baskets along like that. At the top we have purple stemmed kale. Sorry about the lighting too. I've had to put a little lamp here. The garage only has one centre light and this freezer is right along the one side of the garage. So yeah, the lighting's not that good, but hopefully you can see everything I'm going to show you. So this is purple stemmed kale, like I said. I date each packet just by the month and the year. I normally like to eat all our veggies within 6 months of freezing, depending on what it is, of course. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bags so far. We still have a lot of kale in the veggie garden, but I have been flat out the last few weeks with other family business to tend to. So I have to get back into freezing plenty of this for winter. And under the kale, I'll just move some of these bags aside in the other basket. I have some corn cobs, and that noise that you hear is the refrigerator next to this freezer. We have a very, very old refrigerator. It's the one that hubby and I had when we were first married, actually. My mother-in-law gave it to us when she bought a new fridge, so anyway. This is all the corn. We didn't get a real lot of corn. I can't remember how many plants we had, but you can go back and watch my vegetable garden video, which if I remember, I'll link in the description for you if you want to watch that. So I probably have about 8 bags all up. Some bags have 4 pieces and some have 2 pieces. So all I had to do was take the outside, I don't know what you call them, the stringy bits and the leaf or whatever, off and break them which they were quite easy to do because they're very fresh, or were very fresh when I froze them, and pop them in some freezer bags, and in the freezer they go. So they're really easy to prepare, other than peeling them. That can be a little bit time consuming. Underneath that I just have some of those blocks that you can put in eskies just to keep your food cold. So I keep that within easy reach. I'm just going to pop the kale back on the top. What I do with the kale is I wash it first, and then I take the centre stem out because that can be a little bit hard. Some of it I leave in, and then I chop them up and just boil them for about 3 minutes, and then you have to get as much moisture out as you can, drain it all, squash it all down, and then straight in the freezer. But I do cool it down first too. I pop the boiled kale in cold water first before I drain it. So that's that. Just move this basket out the way. And down the bottom, hopefully you can see, I just have some bought beans that I purchased a while ago, some phyllo pastry, and some beer battered fries or chips. I don't have an awful lot of that, but now and then it's nice to have that with a meal, especially chicken schnitzel or something like that. This freezer needs a little bit of defrosting, I think. It's self-defrosting, but it does build up after a while. So I have bags and bags of beans, and this is the second lot. I don't know if you can see, I've written that on the bag. This is from the 25th of January. So again, I top and tail this after washing them, and I get the water boiling, a big pot of water boiling, and just sort of parboil them for about 2 to 3 minutes. Then they go in cold water, they get drained, and straight in the freezer bag. So I have so many of these. We had a big harvest of beans this summer, which is really good. So they'll go in stews and all sorts over the cooler months. January. That must be the first lot because I haven't written anything else on there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I've probably got about 14 bags there so far. Okay, I'm just going to move this basket on the other side. And I'm going to just move the camera along so you can see to the left of the freezer, and we'll get right back into it. So I'll move the left basket toward the middle where the lighting is better. Oh, now the neighbours decided to mow their lawns. That's okay. You just have to excuse all the sounds. There's nothing I can do about that. But here I have some green kale. I mean, it's all green, but this one was purple stemmed. And this is the, I can't remember what variety it's called, but they're just a lovely leaved kale. It's not the crinkly leaved one. We tried to see how we like a couple of different varieties this time round. So I must have probably 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, maybe a dozen of these, and that's for March this year. Prepared the same way as the other kale. Here I have, we didn't get as many tomatoes as we would have liked because we had really freaky weather here in South Australia this summer. Lots of storms and cold mornings, and yeah, it was so different than our normal summers. But I did manage to make some pasta-based sauce with some of the tomatoes. So next year, if we grow tomatoes again, maybe I'll make a video on how I prepare the sauce. So all I have to do if I want to make a lasagna or spaghetti sauce is add this to the meat. Everything's prepared. Again, we didn't get a lot of apricots on our tree because it's shaded by an ash tree that we have. So I managed to get about 4 of these stewed apricots, and I used this for apricot crumbles or apricot pie. Just a really lovely dessert. What's this? Rice and veggie tuna. That's just a meal that I froze with leftovers. So if I'm not feeling well one day, or if hubby's on his own, he has a ready prepared meal that he just has to pop in the microwave or defrost. So that has kale, our corn, tuna, onion, garlic, mushroom through that, and it's quite a yummy meal actually. I have a bag of ice there which I use for smoothies, so I'll take a freezer bag and fill it up and bring it inside. That's always good to have. I just get a big bag and it's there all the time because we don't have an ice maker. The bottom of the freezer, I have some 2-litre bottles filled up with water because South Australia is not renowned for having power outages. So we had one just before Christmas, a 24-hour long power outage, and I really don't want my food going off. So if there is an outage, that ensures that the freezer will stay cold a lot longer than if I didn't have it. So far it's worked. I have just a bit of meat here and seafood. Yeah, we don't have a lot of meat, but yeah, I do have it now and then, especially fish. So that's in there. I think I was going to make potato pies with that mince, but I ended up using another lot of mince instead, so might make some burgers out of that. So that's it. Not quite as full as it can be, but I still want to freeze silver beet and kale. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Again, I'm so sorry about the lawnmower. It's always when you press record is when everyone decides to make a lot of noise. So we'll see you in my next video. Thanks for watching, guys. Take care, and we'll see you next time.